Hey, it's your boy Born Reaper. Welcome back to the show. Yeah, we back in this motherfucker, man. So shit, we got some things to talk about, bro. Everything from 1,000 people being trapped on Mount Everest to the Breakers turning on Seth Rollins to Drake losing the lawsuit, man. To Three Eye Atlas getting even closer. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. And first and foremost, let me shout out my TikTok fam. I got them on my little my light ring right here. And shout out to my YouTube fam who fucking with your boy direct. So let's get into it, man. Let's talk about this trip to fucking Mount Everest, bro. So you got 1,000 motherfuckers trapped on Mount Everest, and you got so many people not understanding why a lot of folks don't really give a shit about that. Bro, we got a few places on Earth that we ain't even supposed to be fucking with. We got the dead zone in the middle of the ocean where there's literally no land for thousands and thousands of miles. We got Antarctica. We got the deepest parts of the fucking ocean. And we got fucking Mount fucking Everest, bro. Like, why would y'all go? What's the point of taking the trip up there? What's the payoff? I mean, of course, you know the view. You get up to the top. You get the yes, we made it to the top of the mountain. Whoop, whoop. And in a fairy tale, making it to the top of the highest mountain is probably a feat in itself. You know what I'm saying? But just risking y'all life to just go up there and do some weird shit. Just these folks freezing to death, and then a blizzard came out of nowhere and just started trapping their ass to the point where they needed help. Motherfuckers risking half the crew slipping and falling off the mountain doing dumb shit like trying to take selfies and shit like that. So I don't know, man. It's just it's sad though because a lot of these folks, some of these folks ain't gonna make it off that mountain. And then you got folks like the rescue people. They gotta now risk their lives to try to help 1,000 people get off this mountain, bro. I don't know, man. It just that's one I wouldn't even try to attempt. You know what I'm saying? I get it, glory. And then I heard a lot of these people pay upwards to like $200,000 to just, you know what I'm saying, to go up there and to waste that type of money. Waste that type of money, goddamn, on just going up there and trying to see what the hell's to see. You know what I'm saying? And then the whole place is just littered with dead bodies from previous expeditions. I think they said it's upwards to like 300 dead bodies stuck on that mountain that they can't even get down. So yeah, to the folks that did that shit, man, don't do that shit again. Don't do that shit again, bro. Don't waste shit. Well, I'm pretty sure they're not going to do it again if they get off the mountain now. So that's just I don't know, cause I'm watching the footage, man, and these folks is catching frostbite. The air so harsh up that bitch that it's burning their lungs and their throats is getting raw. One chick had sores and shit all over her face just cause of the hyper fucking freeze just eating away at their ass. You know what I'm saying? There ain't enough protective gear to you. I mean, there probably is enough gear that you could get up. It'll be a hard fucking climb to get on top of that shit. And there's more serene mountain ranges that's less dangerous. But folks really want to go to the top to the highest point on our planet just to say that they did it. And like I said, I get that. You know what I'm saying? I understand the whole got to be the first. You know what I'm saying? We built on exploration. You know what I'm saying? And humans typically got that I discovered it mentality. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really mad at them for going up there and doing the shit, but it's definitely ain't worth your life. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, but it it definitely ain't worth risking your life over. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's better fucking vacation spots we can hit up You know what I mean? All right, let's get into some WWE news. Now, as you know, I have been one of the ones that will not be buying the ESPN app, so I didn't really get a chance to watch the last couple of pay-per-views. I still got my Netflix, so I'm still able to watch Raw. And what I saw on Raw, man, the vision, bro. Seth kind of brought this on himself, you know what I'm saying? He brought two unpredictable monsters into a faction. One of which that he had a heated beef with, and then you got the visionary or whatever they call him now, the advocate. I don't know what they call him, Paul Heyman, but he already a sketchy individual anyway, man. He kind of remind me off that dude off the one vampire movie, The Vampire's Assistant. He kind of remind me of that chubby guy, goddamn, the creepy motherfucker. Yeah. But yeah, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed turned on Seth Rollins, bro. And when I tell you they destroyed him in that ring, bro. And he was up there talking big shit because he had just won the crown jewel and he's still the world heavyweight champion. And he claimed he don't need nobody. He didn't need this and you could see Braun Breaker face. He was visibly like, man, fuck this, man. I'm about to do this, dude. You know what I'm saying? So wrestling is the stock is going up, man. They're gonna have to go and get this shit to a Steiner eventually, bro. Because out of all the powerhouses in wrestling, the Steiner brothers literally come to mind when you think of dominant power. You know what I'm saying? Rick Steiner and Scott Steiner. Come on, bro. When I was watching WCW back in the day, bro, that was my tag team. That was my tag team. I never wanted to see them boys go single. You know what I'm saying? I always just knew that they were gonna be a dominant tag team. So to see that Braun Breaker stepping out of Seth Rollins' shadow and actually building his own legacy, and Bronson Reed, the new tribal chief, he definitely defeated Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel. So bragging rights is there. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck do they need Seth for? Especially when Seth talking down on them like I could go back to the one promo where he was talking about what they think of his dad, and he was calling his dad all these weird ass names and all this shit. It got real, you know what I'm saying? But just to put it in retrospect, man, I think wrestling is finna turn up a notch because Seth has no allies right now. He has no allies. He's kind of in that situation where Jay was when he came to Raw after the Bloodline ran rampant through SmackDown for all those years. That's what Seth gonna be at on his own. We gonna see if he need anybody now. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of this whole back and forth with him and Braun Breaker. So I'm real interested to see where that's gonna go. All right, let's move on to some other news. So Drake's lawsuit got thrown out. Big win, by the way, for all hip hop heads and all YouTube platforms that do hip hop music and all that stuff, because the names that got dropped in that case people whose opinion matters to their community. You know what I'm saying? If they say something dope, their community gonna go with it and say that shit is dope. If they say something whack, their community gonna roll with it and say that shit whack. But to be honest though, I just feel like if Drake would have took the advice of just sitting down for a minute and falling back and letting Kendrick have his run for a second and then popping back out with some heat, I think he would have been all right. But the continuing to try to push the narrative like he's unbothered, like he didn't lose, like there's gonna be a round two and Kendrick Biden and Kendrick, I want to know who your kid's dad is for real and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, you brought all this shit on yourself, man. And anybody that says otherwise is just in denial. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't nothing, man. We all sit back and discuss pop culture and music and all that type shit. So it is what it is. But just to just to um just to take the L like that and got to move on. I mean, the man is filthy fucking rich, so he's gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? But hey, what you gonna do? You know what I mean? All right, TikTok fam. That's all right. So the TikTok, my TikTok is done. So yeah, man. So with that being said, man, big dub for the hip hop community. Big dub for the content creators that actually do shit like this for hip hop. And sad to say it, man, Drake just gonna have to sit back, man. He ain't what he was anymore. You know what I'm saying? He done got older, and of course he want to be this young guy. You know what I'm saying? The youngin. He want to be a YN, but you ain't a YN, bro. You a OG. You know what I'm saying? Accept that, grow on into it, and move past the beef with Kendrick because you lost. You lost. All right, we are probably about a good week away from 3 Eye Atlas actually passing by the sun or passing by us. We don't know. But I think another observatory in another country got a good picture of that thing, and it looks like a fucking mechanical rocket type deal. I don't know. And if it's the size of Manhattan, that is one big fucking rocket. It's one big fucking rocket. And it don't even look technically advanced, man. It looked like some shit we built back in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? And what if the kicker is there's a planet out there with us on it, but we are much bigger. And the objects that we're seeing, they are so massive, but they're probably the same objects that we. I don't know. I'm just talking some crazy shit. It was just a weird theory I had thought about, but nothing too serious. But look, man, we gonna goddamn shift it over to some Twitch. I've been twitching hard on this Battlefield 6, so man, y'all please come through. Tekken just dropped a new character today, so I'm gonna be fucking with Armor King for a minute on Tekken. So if y'all interested in that, come fuck with your boy and let's get that shit popping, bro. Deuces.